Hi guys, it's Lori Ballen in Las Vegas, Nevada. Today I'm going to show you how to send a broadcast email through campaigns to promote a listing or to use another template. I'm going to show you where to find those and how to upgrade your email account should need be. So this is the new command email. Now to get to the campaign's email, you have to have command email set up. So up here next to your name and picture, there's a little arrow. Go down to settings. Now, settings is where you set up all of your apps. So your DocuSign, your social media pages, your Google Calendar, anything that you're going to use that you can set up through here is going to be right here under settings. Now, if you don't see next to command email, if you don't see manage, you might have to go ahead and connect yours to set it up. You're going to get 5,000 free email sends per month. This is broadcast email. To my understanding, don't quote me, but my understanding is that the smart plans are not included in that. That this is for your broadcast emails that you're sending out all, at one time. So you have up to 5,000 free email sends per month. And if we click manage, what we're able to see here is the sender name. So what do I want them to see? Sender name, and then reply to email address. And then we're going to be able to see how many emails we've used out of that monthly subscription. Okay. Now, this is not perfect. I'm going to show you in a second what I mean by that. When I go over to my campaigns email reporting, the numbers are a little bit different, but this is definitely where you're going to be able to track how many email sends you have left. Okay. So 286 of the 5,000 is what I've used. Now, if I need more emails, I can click on manage subscription, and then it's actually incredibly affordable. Over here, you can see if I want to send up to 10,000 emails a month, it's only an additional $10 per month. If I want to send 20,000, it's only additional $24.99 per month. So based on all of the other email software out there, this is incredibly inexpensive. Okay, so this is what command is using right now. So you're going to want to go ahead and set that up. Next, on the left-hand side, we're going to go ahead and scroll down to the megaphone, and that's where we go to campaigns. In campaigns, we're able to schedule social posts, send direct mail, send broadcast emails, create paid ads, and see all of our reporting. So all of our paid things and our broadcast emails that are part of our command subscription all happen right within here. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to email so that you can take a look at what it looks like. So it's saying here that in the last 30 days, I have emailed 103 recipients. And this is what I'm talking about where I say it doesn't match this one. You only have 4714 emails remaining with command mail. So I have to look into those things just a little bit more to see why they're different. And then down here, we can actually see our email campaigns. But I want to let you know that it's incredibly basic at this point. I'm used to super advanced email programs like Infusionsoft that give us open rates and unsubscribe rates and give us a little bit more of a pulse as to how that campaign did. With command email, all we're getting is the total number of recipients and how many opened it and how many clicked it. Okay, so in my mind, this would be a terrible campaign result. That being said, I didn't put anything clickable in the email, so there wouldn't be any clicks. It was just a, hey, reaching out, touching base, reply to this email or call me. There wasn't anything clickable, so I wouldn't have clicks there. And I'm hoping at some point they're going to give us way more advanced reporting than this. I want to know who viewed it and who clicked it and who unsubscribed, so hopefully we'll have some more of that coming. But at least we have the ability to send group email and monitor it. Now, how well it's landing, going to spam and all that, I don't know that as of today. I've heard people say that theirs are all going to spam because of how the reply email works even though it says Lori Ballen, there's another email behind it that's being read maybe as spam. I don't know. So you'll have to test it, but at least I want to show you how this works so that you're aware of what to do. So the next thing we're going to do after you have gone to settings and activated command emails, we're going to go right here to create a new campaign. Then we're going to click email, and then go ahead and just put in, I'm going to put November 12th training. Okay. Pick any of these things. It does not change the functionality of the email. It's there right now for KW command tracking purposes. So, but if you know you're going to send an email that's one of your new listings, you could choose advertise listing. Where will your campaign run? Now, if you are still using MailChimp, you still have the ability to choose MailChimp. In this case, we're going to go ahead and use command email because that's what the training is today. And we're going to go to setup campaign. Next, here's my campaign name. Here's the channel. I'm sending it through KW command email. Here's the account from list. Now we're going to decide who to send it to. So command gives us the ability to create lists. I've got a few here that I've used. For example, I've got IDX leads, I've got newsletter, and I've got buyers. You can create any kind of list you want. All right, so let's do an example. I'm going to go right here to create list. Now, by default, everybody in my database starts popping up alphabetically. That's going to be a very long way to do it. If I wanted to select all so that my entire database is selected, I can select 100 contacts at a time. So if I scroll down to the bottom here, I would have to load more. You see that? And now I'm going to go back and do this again. Select all. And now I've got 200 selected. So you would just want to go down here and do load more, load more, load more until you get everybody in your database that you want to include. I don't know if there is a max number. Well, actually, this is not pulling everybody in my database, I don't think. Let me see how many it says there are. Maybe. Okay, 259 contacts selected. Okay, so there's one way to do it. All right. Now, the next way to do it is by tags, and this is the way I prefer. So whenever you enter somebody in your database, you want to be using tags. Tags help identify that audience, and they should help you determine which smart plans that person would go on, what kind of emails they'll get, and a contact can have multiple tags. So for example, I have tags according to the listing address that lead came in on. So maybe I'm running Facebook ads. I'm going to tag that person as they come in as a lead as the listing address. So that way, if I want to go email out a price reduction or a price improvement or an open house invite or something like that, I can now choose everybody that was interested in that specific property. Or if I get another property that I list in the same neighborhood or it's similar, I might send out an email to everybody saying, hey, I just listed another home in Desert Shores like the one that you were interested in at 2945 Sapphire Street. Here's the details, okay? I've got people tagged as, buyers that closed, sellers that closed, hyper-local leads. These are people that register for my new, local information, like things to do during the holidays, that type of thing. I've got my home valuation leads. So these are everybody that filled out my home value calculator to get information. So if now let's just say, something is happening with the seller's market right now, which it actually is at this very moment. We have limited inventory and sellers are getting top dollar. They're seeing multiple offers on their homes. So now would be a good time to send out an email to everybody that ever became a home valuation lead that's in the database and say, hey, if you haven't sold yet and you're still thinking of selling, now is the time, and let me tell you why. You could even put a link to a video that you create about it or a podcast or any of that info, okay? So tags are a great way to create these lists. So let's say I did a Facebook ad recently for Summerlin, and I think I have a tag called Just Listed Summerlin. Let me see. Yeah, Just Listed Summerlin South. Okay. So these are people that have just became leads recently. I was running Facebook ads, just reduced in Summerlin. Oh, it looks like I haven't tagged everybody yet. Okay, so I'm going to have to go back in and tag them for that. So once they are tagged, then I can select all and I can create the name of the list, just listed in Summerlin. Okay, now I'm curious though, because I know I tagged a bunch more people. Let's go take a look really quick. I'm going to go over to contacts. Maybe it's in another field is what I'm thinking. So I'm going to go to contacts and let's use our filters, tags, just listed in Summerlin, just reduced in Summerlin. Oh, hold on, I think it's the team thing. They just rolled out teams. Filters, tags. Let me try it this way. We're learning together as we go here. Just reduced in Summerlin. Apply. Okay, there's two. Let me see if... Okay, so this is the part where it might be a little bit squirrely when you're first starting out. Because with the recent changes to teams, anybody that's on a team, you now have you, and then see over here, I also have team. Yet my emails are being sent from my personal account. So if these team contacts are not in my personal account, I may not be able to reach them by email. So we're going to have to play with that and figure out some best practices as far as those team elements go. But if you're not on a team, you're not going to run into this same issue at all. But what I'm noticing is that I'm going to have to take a look at how I need to move those leads around if I'm going to send emails. But let's not worry about that. Let's just say, okay, we've got all of our people tagged now. The best way to do that is to go into your contacts. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go to the home page and I'm going to go to contacts. There we go. There is all my contacts. Okay, so here's where we have tags. And if you click on, oh, nope, no ability to add tag from there. I guess we're going to have to do it this way. So what I would do is I would start going through these and start thinking about tags in a way that if that tag automatically triggered an action plan, how would I want to identify that person, okay? Or if I want to send an email. So let's look at this one. So this person came in through my KW app, it looks like, and agent site registration, smart plan. I was trying to see. Yeah, so it looks like they came through the app. I don't have any other info than that. So what I might do then is go to edit, and I'm going to just tag her as, maybe you want to create something called KW app. So these would be all of the people that are registered on the app. So I'll click create custom tag. And if you're doing color coordinating, you can choose from here. And then I'm going to click add just for the right now. Let's just make this nice and simple. And I'm going to click save. So now if I wanted to go send an email to everybody that had the tag KW app, I could do that. So you're going to want to make sure that you go through all your data, all your contacts now, and start getting those tags up to date so that you know how to correctly email people. And I do believe at some point those tags will trigger the smart plan automation as well. So we'll really need to be strategic about how we do our tags. All right, so once we've chosen everybody, now we're going to create the email. So the subject might be just listed in Desert Shores. Next, we're going to go to select design content for our email. Okay, now we're in the template library. And these are actually templates that I have already pulled in. You'll probably just see a blank screen at first when you are logging in. You have to click over to the KWRI templates. Now you can start accessing. So when you click on one of these, you'll notice next time it shows up over here, okay? So classic buy versus rent. Let's just take a look at it. If you click on the three dots, you can actually preview the template without dragging it into your library. Now, where you see this image and placeholder, this is not a broken image. These are going to be merged. They're going to take your contact info, your brokerage information, your logo and whatnot, and they're going to merge it into those fields so that it will actually be a functioning design, okay? Now underneath this, you've got the difference, tangible versus intangible. All right, you see all this. Let's go ahead and pretend we want to send this one so I can show you what it looks like. All right, so you can look at it here on what it will look like on a tablet, what it'll look like on a mobile device, and what it'll look like on a desktop, okay? Now we're gonna click select template and let's go take a look at it, okay? So the easiest thing to do is to not change anything. That's actually the easiest thing to do. Oh, why did it boot me? Let's see if we can go back. They're doing a lot of updates sitting on command. All right, let me reload it, see if it'll give it back to me. Okay, create campaign, email, test, command, set up campaign. Okay, pretend we already did our tags. Now we go back to select design content. And now we should see, there it is, classic buy versus rent. All right, so let's open that up. Again, the easiest thing to do right now would be to not change anything. But you can preview it. Click on that little eyeball. And now you can see what it will look like when those placeholders are put into there. So as long as everything looks fine to you, you're good to go. Now, personally, I don't like that these don't have links. I want people engaging, clicking, doing something. So I like to have some sort of a call to action, a button, something that encourages them to do something. So up here we have these little widgets now. So when you just click it and you drag it, find a spot you want it and let go, and now you can see the button. So for me, I am going to do something like, let's go ahead and edit that button. Hold on, I'm trying to get to the text. Oh, geez. They must be doing some sort of updates in there. Let's see if it's just sitting in my dashboard here. So dragging over those widgets, it's really just going to be a matter of testing what works. And okay, there you go. So this is what happens after you create. Nope, it didn't save it because those are old. Let's see if it's in the drafts. Oh, one more time. Email. What we'll do this time is I won't try to edit any of it. Let's just go to select design. Let's look at another one. So let's look at these. So seller lead conversion. So I'm wrapping up your personalized market analysis and I think you're going to like it. Before I send it over, I want to double check and make sure we've turned over every stone. Do you have a second to hop on a quick call? So that would be maybe a follow-up lead to a home valuation request, right? That's what those would be. Here's request for referrals. Let's take a look at that one. Okay, so there's quite a bit. Now, the one I wanted to show you though, there's Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, but there is a listing one. Invite, Happy Spring, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, buyer lead conversion, Happy Thanksgiving. Listing. Hold on, I saw it yesterday. Seller lead. Buyer lead conversion. Let's look at that one. That one's KW app. This one is... Okay, let me see if I have something different here. Buy versus rent. Just copy of classic just listed. So what I wonder is, oh, let me see something. We're going to go to see if there's anything else in the designs element. Let's see. Aha, okay. So if we click on this little plus sign on the bottom right, and we go to email and click next, we've got more templates. Look at 41 templates. I'm just curious if work with me buyer, happy birthday, promote your app, home anniversary, approachable, modern, for sale, just listed, just sold. I wanted to see, everybody said the newsletter was gone. Hopefully they're going to give us that back. There was a really cool newsletter template that was pretty easy to plug and play. And I don't see it. Yeah, that's what they were saying, is that they thought it was gone. So hopefully that'll come back. But here's the just listed. So you notice those were not showing up in that editor they took us to. I had to go to designs to get to this. So it's good that that happened, because you're probably going to run into that. And you're going to say, where did she get that template? So you have to go to designs and then emails and design your template in there. In fact, it's probably a good idea to do your design first and then go build your list and send the email. Okay. They've given us some shortcuts, but not all of them. So here you go. So let's just say you have a new listing. So we're going to say just listed. Then you're going to change the address here. See, here's where you change the text. So if it was 123 Main Street, Las Vegas. So here's how you can change the size of the fonts, the size of the text. You can change the fonts here. You can change the mail merge field. You can add links. Here's how you add a link. You hover over the keywords, click the link, and then you would paste in here whatever the address is of the website that you want to send them to. See how that works? And then just click done, and now you'll see it populate. Okay, so for me, I want something to be clickable. I want to be able to track clicks. I want them engaging. I want something like that happening. Okay, next you have photo. So this is where you're going to put a photo of your listing. So you would click the little pencil, and then you're going to click replace, and now you can browse for images. So we could go to listing images, and let's just say we want to use something. I'm just going to pick a random listing in Las Vegas, but you would find your listing here. Okay. And then when you find your listing, go ahead and click it, the little arrow, and then click the pictures that you want to include. And we'll just do the one at a time in that placeholder, and then click replace. Okay, so you also can add a link to it, and you can add a description here for people that would be using a screen reader. So this might say corner of Pike and Main showing land for sale. So you describe the image for somebody that would be using a screen reader. You can put in your link. Do I want to link them to a landing page? Do I want to link them to a web address? Merge tag I have to play with and come back to. That's interesting. I'll get back to you on that. But landing page and web address. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and click done. And now it'll populate there. Nice and easy. And then you would do the same thing for each one of these and then change the text. Now, just like this is basically just like our landing page builder. Okay. Here's view listing. Now you're going to need to add a link to that. So click view listing, click the pencil, and then here, link to, and then I could put in either the web address for that listing or the landing page I built for that listing, which makes this so nice. My suggestion is that it takes like 5 minutes to create a listing landing page. I've got other videos on how to do that. And you can put in video, you can do other things. So you make a quick landing page for your listing, then you go in and create this email, and then when they click view listing, they'll go right to that landing page, which is fantastic. Or here's another shortcut. Go to the front of your website. So here's the front of my website. This is my KW website. And my brothers, Jeff and Paul at ballenbrands.com, build these. So if you need somebody to build out your KW Command website or manage your ads or help with your database, Jeff and Paul over at ballenbrands.com. All right, so I'm on my website. Now, let's just say whatever that listing was, I'm going to type in the address right here, okay? And it'll populate my listing. Let's just say it's that one right there. Well, if you'll notice up top, there is this is your top level domain name. Your top level domain is your main website name. So in my case, ballenvegas.kw.com, right? Next, after that slash, this is called the slug. So everything in the slug is actually the unique address of this page. What that means is if this page updates, all those updates will happen. You never have to make any changes. They automatically land on this page directly. Now, here's the drawback, though, of sending them to a page like this, is once that property goes under contract, that link is dead. Typically, actually, I'd have to go look on how they're doing it on KW. I'm not sure, but typically, if it's once it's sold or whatever, it's not showing up under this URL anymore. Not 100% sure about KW. I'd have to see. So another way you could do this is say, okay, I know that my listing is on Salvation Street 89115, and it is $245,000. So what I could do is create this little landing page. So I'm going to go to 89115. Okay. And then I'm going to change the price and say anything that is 240 to 260. Okay. Saves. Oh, I don't want to save the search. I just want to do the search. 240. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to sort this by lowest price, low to high. Okay. Why is it not changing? There it goes. That took a minute, didn't it? All right, so that's funny because now my listing for 245 is not showing up on here. But let's just say your listing, if you did it the way I just did it, you should now see it right there in the top corner. So what I did is I picked the actual price of my listing and then a max really close to it, and then it should be showing up right up top here. That way, what I like about doing it this way is instead of just sending them to the info about my listing, I'm actually sending them to a page that would have my listing and others like it. So if they don't like my listing, they might start clicking around on one of these others. That still benefits me because it's still my buyer and they're still engaged. So it accomplishes a lot more than just sending them only to the details of my listing. Okay. But you do have to check this landing page, make sure it's working perfectly and that your listing is showing up here. And then you can use this link, take this long URL, this whole thing, and you're just going to copy that. You're going to go back over to view listing and you're going to paste this, change it to web address, and just paste that long URL right there. Okay, and then click done. So now watch what happens. Let's see if it works. View listing, open link in a new tab. Now it should open that landing page and all the listings should populate just like we just preset them. There is a lag, and that's a KW lag on the websites. I've noticed it too, like on apps sometimes when I open them, it doesn't automatically, there you go. It doesn't automatically populate the listings. Drawback is they might think they landed on a dead page when that happens. So you'll have to test these things before you decide exactly how you want to run them. I'm giving you some kind of advanced strategies for a system that may not quite be there yet. So pick what works when you do this. If that takes too long to load, then go ahead and just send them to a landing page about that listing. You can also send them to your YouTube video or to your a different website or your listings to leads landing page. Your choice. View listings, send them anywhere you want, okay? Also, you can send video. Now, this is new to me. Let's check out. There we go. Replace. Add images. Let's see if I have a tiny little video that I can. Perfect. Deviled eggs. Did it open? Hold on, I'm not sure if oh, maximum file upload size is 5 megabytes. Okay, I'm gonna have to play with that. Oh, enter the video URL. Hold on. YouTube. Sorry, I didn't know I was going to run into all this cool stuff that we can do today. I'm going to click share, copy. I'm just picking a random video here, and we're going to go paste it right here. Sometimes I learn at the same time as you guys. Click done. Let's preview it. Is the video there? No. Hold on, let me just see. Video. Edit. Okay, let me see. Maybe I need the share. Copy. Okay, gonna have to explore the video one a little bit more. Let's try the watch email. See what that does. Nothing. Okay. So for now, I'm going to leave the video out. And as soon as I see that that's working, I'll come back and let you guys know what I did there to get that going. So just listed, address, photo, description, view the listing, and then contact us for more. You can add in more text, an image, a button, a listing block that would be, let's just try the listing block. I haven't tried that one. So let's put in the listing block. And let's just pick any listing at random here. Las Vegas, search. Arrows. Let me preview that and see what that looks like. Listing block. Okay, I don't know what that purpose that one serves, so we're going to get rid of it. So see, if you put something in there, you don't like it, just click the little trash can and it'll disappear. It's a good idea to play with all of those to see what's working, what's not working. Let's try the market snap real quick. Ooh, that's pretty. Neighborhood trends 89138. Neighborhood, let's do Sage Hills. Let's do the Vistas. The Vistas has more info. And then done. Ooh, that's pretty. And then let's click preview. Ooh, I really like this. Let's look at it on mobile. Here you go. So KW just listed. Okay. I didn't fill those out, remember? So you would fill in picture, a little description. So this would be like the house and then the kitchen and then the pool, something like that. Don't put in too many pictures or too much info because you want them clicking through the listing. So one or two pictures maybe. And then the neighborhood trends, active statistics. Now, the only drawback about this is there's nothing clickable in that. So they can see it. I wish they could click that and it would take them to our market report. But at least it's a start, right? And then here they can click the view listing as long as you made that clickable. And then here they can contact you. They can download your app. They can see all of your info. So we're getting there. We're getting there. This is not bad. So you definitely can have a new listing and send it out. So then what you would do, you can click on options, you can preview it, you can send yourself a test email. Looks like this. Put in your own email address and then let it send to you. One thing I like to do, I have found that I can't see my own typos. So sometimes I'll send it to myself and I still don't see anything. So it's a good idea if you have somebody else to really quick glance over your email if you've done a bunch of editing, just because they might see something that you actually don't. Okay, so here's the test email. Let's take a look at it. So here's who it says it's from. So see, this is what I was saying that people are saying is having it land in spam, because it says Lori Ballen, but the email address is actually this @mailer.kw.com. So I don't know, that may have some spam issues. We'll have to continue to check that and see. And then here's the title that I titled it, and then this is what it looks like. Okay, so you can run through this test and take a look and make sure that it's all working. There's the download the app. It goes to the download app page, so that all looks good. So far, so good. We have the ability to send the emails. We have the ability to customize. We could totally make this a newsletter, and I'll bring you back another tutorial on how to easily make this a newsletter format instead. But for just listed emails, holiday emails, that kind of thing, broadcasting, this works just great. So all you would do now is go back into your campaigns, create new, choose your list, choose this email design, and then send, and then you'll be able to monitor that after it gets sent. Hope that was helpful. I'm Lori Ballen in Las Vegas, Nevada.